see what the hell this is. Good morning, innkeeper. I heard a man was murdered here a week ago. I, a deranged convict, did him in. Now bugger off. Tell me more about the evening when Willard Wright died. I'll make it worth your while. Alright. Chapter 2. The Cursed Inheritance. The Intoxicating Dinner Party. Is that Rose? Is that a dead Rose Kubert? Lock the fuck in. These sure are fine coats. An expensive cigar? Little Pip. Run to the city and grab me some Ash Blair tobacco. I remember now. The dude who was the little servant to Edmund Cloudsley in the last chapter, he had Ash Blair tobacco in his pocket. Oh, the plot thickens. Interesting. Overcoat and a hat, an overcoat and a hat. Box of cigars. Dear Miss Richards, I enjoyed your company tremendously when I visited your father last month. I am certain that you would wish to hear the rest of my thoughts on the shortcomings of our society. I invite you and your father to a dinner on April 8th at my manor, Edmund Cloudsley. Dear Mary, here's something for your diary from me. From you, I would fight a tiger and win. Peter Batley. Fuck, who's the Tiger family? Who's the Tiger King? This is Richards. Yes. Ooh. A syringe with some liquid left on it. Did somebody get poisoned? 36 things to put together here. Oh no! Everybody's yelling at everybody here. Who's this diva? Okay. So clue has been added to the thinking panel. A salad, untouched. A full glass of cloudy liquid, untouched. Partially empty glass of clear liquid. Partially empty glass of red liquid. Partially empty glass of cloudy liquid. Partially empty glass of yellow liquid. A partially eaten salad. A partially eaten piece of roast. Partially eaten glass of amber liquid. Partially empty glass of red liquid. Partially empty glass of red liquid. Partially smoked cigar. Partially eaten salad. Partially eaten piece of toast. Partially eaten piece of roast. Partially eaten salad. I might have said roast when it actually... Well, I might have said toast when it said roast. Okay.
Oh, this is horrible.
An embroidered handkerchief. And Edmund, good to see you again, buddy. It's poison! Nobody touch a thing and nobody move. I'll send for a doctor right away. Embroidered handkerchief. Key and a key. She does seem rather unwell. It's extremely upsetting. Alright, let's see what we got. Yeah, so this is Rose. A fan. 4 pounds. Rings with various gemstones. The lady is not breathing and her face is blotched. You killed my aunt, you devil! I should execute you on the spot. Pack of cards. 2 pounds. And a fork. Water, an opaque bottle labeled water. A roast. A salad bowl. A half-full carafe of amber liquid labeled brandy. A half-full bottle of red liquid labeled wine. An almost full carafe of yellow liquid containing lemons. A half-empty bottle of cloudy liquid labeled peptic tonic. And here we have, oh my lord, this has nothing to do with me. Or, oh my lord, this has nothing to do with me. Note to self, if you get frustrated when working, remember the tale about the rich lord who married his donkey and you will feel better. Huh? Okay. Edmund and this dude have similar keys. Ensure that the beautiful lady sits next to me during dinner and I will slip you a shilling. kind of got an Alan Rickman thing going on with some of these voices. It all comes back to Alan. Wait, did Peter? Okay. Because Peter's telling this dude to make sure that they sit next to each other. Peter is the aunt, so maybe Peter's like tried to kill Rose to get inheritance because he is in a lot of debt. Remember that, chat. Peter can't be trusted. Okay, and then the golden idol and some money are in here. Jeez, Lois. This is worse than the time I spontaneously combusted. Well, Edmund, you seem pretty pleased after the old boy passed away and a spot freed up for you in the House of Lords. Take care of those with whom you ally. I have many friends who will deal with you swiftly if you dare cross me, Lord George Bridges. Don't you dare. Revolution will come for the likes of you, you crooked bastards. Soon you will pay for your sins against honest common folk with your blood. Final vanguard. Edmund Cloudsley. Once you have failed to answer our requisition, this is the last warning you will receive. Your transgressions against us demand amends. The only course of action you have is to surrender yourself to our justice. Last chance for repentance, serpent, or we will unleash one of our stewards upon you. Brotherhood of Mask. Edmund, what the fuck? Dear uncle, I hear you're interested in Lady Richards. I think you are too old for her. I shall court her instead. Secondly, please lend me 300 pounds. It is small change to you, and I am desperately in need of it at the present. Truly yours, Peter Batley. Dear Edmund, this cannot continue. Since my return and move to Sebastian's manor, he has asked for financial support 7 times. Clearly he is unable to take any monetary responsibility. Please, I need your help, my dear brother. Peter has huge balls. Rose Kubert. Super dead. Dear Miss Baker, starting date 1787, August 1st, position housemaid, yearly wage £9. Dear Edmund, I like your idea. Let's send him to colonies where his violent nature will make him feel at home. I hear you are having dinner with Lady Mary and her well-to-do father, Lethar. If Peter and I were to join you, we could beguile him with tales of adventure in the colonies so we can ship him away. Dear Edmund, I like your name. Rose Kubert, Lethar, Peter, Mary. Peptic tonic. 2 sealed bottles of a cloudy liquid labeled peptic tonic. A sealed bottle labeled opium. Due to the sensitivity of your stomach, I advise abstaining from alcohol for the next month. Also consider a glass of peptic tonic before eating to avoid upsetting your digestive system. So is this all... So that's a blue one. That's a blue lock. Platinello. Ideal Republic. Visions of a utopia with order and structure. Dr. Abram Anderton. Wait, what is it? Secret codes. Such trivial ciphers as reading only the first word of every line are easy to produce on short notice, but extremely unsafe and easy to decode. Consider this simple example. Money as a denominator of value has evolved and changed a lot. Still, in savvy hands, it is a powerful tool. Money has changed hands. Trying to see if there's any in here that I can read that are like... Trying to see if there's any letters in here that I can read that have that code. Door's locked. Remember to take the 4th one from every row. Ink pot. 3 shillings and a pence. Stack of candles. Raulo Cthulhu, Star Child. Door's locked. 4 shillings and a penny. I will not change the rule that the staff member who has worked here the longest gets the bottom room. Do not bother me again with such nonsense. E.C. Mademoiselle, the laceless count, the besmirched lover of Lusitania. And a knife! Ooh, hidden in the pillow, I see. Once your target has ingested the love potion, establish eye contact and hold it for as long as possible. In most cases, the effects will be felt within 2 days, depending on your own appearances. A pair of twig dolls and a bottle of pink liquid, partially empty. A pair of twig dolls and a bottle of pink liquid, partially empty. Plus the love potion. Every 4th word. 4th one from every row. Or is that a reference to something, or is that an actual hint in the game? I'm confused. Holy crap, dude. Holy shit, there's so much. Oh my god. Monkey Man 1 versus Striped Dark Hand. Monkey Man 2, Tooth for Tooth. I don't know what that is. A small bottle filled with amber liquid. Some rudimentary keys. A couple of pennies, a fancy handkerchief, and a shiny pocket watch. Door's locked. Set of lock picks. Ash Blair, finest tobacco. A pistol, a dagger. David, clean up the barn until Wednesday. I plan to continue experimenting with the artifact, EC. A stack of candles. April 7th, Dear Diary, this has been an ordinary day, mostly spent in preparation for tomorrow's dinner event. I do believe the time has come for me to ask for a raise in salary after all these years I have loyally worked here. It is a difficult conversation to be had, but I will strengthen my will and talk to Master about it tomorrow. Ink, £1 and 2 shillings. Hortius, the wise slave, fables about rulers that make you think. Down with the parasites. Too long they have feasted on our blood and sweat. Uh-oh. A sealed pot labeled print paint. Door's locked. Go to the outside, not locked. 3 loaves of bread, some lemons, a basket of potatoes, a pair of opaque bottles labeled water, sack of flour, cut vegetables, big piece of meat. To Mrs. Smith for 3 years of service. Miss Smith, 2 eggs and a pot of tea each breakfast, no heavy food for dinner. You are responsible for little Pip doing all his errands. Mr. Walker, I am to be woken up and dressed at 7 a.m. I expect to receive my daily newspaper by noon. Miss Baker, I expect all my rooms to be cleaned every day, twice on the days I have visitors. David Gorin's job duties. Nota bene, David Gorin's job duties requires that he may arrive or leave during the night. No complaining about this. I sent a fake happy birthday video to Gibby where they said we've spent the 4th of July together. Every 4th word. And then he played every 4th word of the video message and it said, the crazy girl trapped us, please save us. That was in iCarly? I must have missed that episode. Okay, David Gorin was masquerading as Ash Blair. Wine. Full and sealed bottles with red liquid labeled wine. A full and sealed bottle with the amber liquid labeled brandy. Of course I can give you some candles for your room, Lucia. I assume you are itching to continue reading that scandalous novel. Dear Ada, I have to use this letter to share good news. There is no substance to the claims that your late husband used his position to squander church money. The judge has decided to remove all accusations and you will be no longer a target of baseless gossip. I truly and sincerely hope this will provide some comfort in these dark times when ignorance and impudence go hand in hand. May our Lord steward over our poor souls. Thank you, dear. No, I threw it out. I do not read such a dirty literature anymore. I do hope our master's guests are satisfied and that Brian served everything as instructed. The dinner party will take place on April 8th. Everything should be ready before noon. Prepare roasted boar. Young Miss Richards appears to not enjoy meat, therefore prepare some alternative side dish. Okay. So are the servants in on it? I'm missing something. The ivy, thank you. Thank you. Okay, so I have all 36 then. Alright, let's figure out whomst is whom here. Thinking. So this is... Rose Kubert is dead. We know for a fact that that is Peter Badley and that is Edmund Cloudsley. Let's go back in here because there's the note from Peter Badley. Lady Mary and Lothar. So I'm guessing these are the Richards. So it's Lothar. Wait, Richards, Lothar, and then we have Mary Richards. And then Little Pip is obviously that little boy. And then... So there's Brian, Lucia, and then this is... And then Ada. Okay. So Lucia, Brian Baker. I'm trying to remember the names here. Ms. Baker, Mr. Never mind, it's Mr. Walker, so it's Brian Walker. And then Ada Smith. And then Lucia Baker. Okay. Ada Baker, Lucia Smith, Little Pip, Brian Walker, Lothar Richards, Mary Richards, Peter Badley, Edmund Cloudsley, and Rose Kubert. So we also need to show who is eating where. Okay. Let's go back to exploring. So Little Pip had a note. Grab me some Ashblair tobacco and a bottle of gin. Who's David? David Gorin sent him away, sent Little Pip away. Oh, very interesting. Young Miss Richards appears to not enjoy meat, therefore prepare some alternative side dish. Prepare the roasted boar. So 2 people had the... Wait, so partially empty glass of cloudy liquid untouched. There's a lot to comprehend here. Okay. So we need to decide who is staying where. Alright, Kurt, thank you. Thank you for bringing us with you on the adventure. Okay, so I'm seeing... Salad has been eaten. So salad's fine. I'm seeing that salad's been eaten. The roast has been eaten. The wine has been drank. The what looks to be like a lemonade has been drank. The brandy has been drank. And then there are two bottles of, or 2 cups of like the peptic tonic or whatever. And one of them has been drank, has been touched. The other one has not been touched. So I am assuming then that whatever poison occurred was in the peptid tonic. So I think Rose Kubert was over here, was having the peptid tonic. I think the untouched one was another person who was recommended to have the peptic tonic, which was Edmund Cloudsley. I think up here might be... Let me go back here. And you, Peter, pack of cards. Embroidered handkerchief. So that's salad, and a cigar. Here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking she sat up there. I'm thinking Mary Richards sat up here. I don't think she's smoking a cigar. I think Peter Badley is sitting here. And I think that Lethar Richards is sitting up here. Incorrect. Let me swap them then. There we go. Okay. That was the only thing I was like unsure about, is where exactly those 2 were sitting. Because I was just like, it's either Peter or Lethar that's smoking the cigar. But I guess it makes more sense that Lethar is. Also, Walla, good to see you. Okay, so I think the poison was in the poison. Goose goes poison. The poison's in the peptic tonic. So Rose Kubert ingested poison. And then Brian, did Brian do poison it? Because there is a syringe in the fountain in the lobby. So it poisoned the tonic, hid the necessary key in a bag. Who's staying where, though? Stack of candles. Remember to take the 4th one from every row. I like your idea. Idea violent. Feel, are, her, and beguile in ship. No. That's from Rose. This is also from Rose. I don't know what that means, dude. The fourth from every row. This is a love potion. So I think this is Peter's room then. Inkpot, Star Child. And never mind, these are all the servants' quarters? David, clean up the barn until Wednesday. So this is where David is staying. So David Gorin goes there. I think Lucius Smith is the longest serving one. So she goes over here. Is Little Pip a little servant? So maybe he goes here. Stack of candles. Okay. Let me think here. So then would Little Pip be here, and then Brian Walker up top, and then Ada Baker would stay here? I gotta read around here. Due to the sensitivity of your stomach, I advise abstaining from alcohol for the next month. Also consider a glass of peptic tonic before eating to avoid upsetting your digestive system. Okay, so this is Edmund's office. Okay, it's not that. Ms. Baker. Position housemaid. So maybe Ms. Baker is the longest standing one? Let me reread this again. Seemed pretty pleased after the old boy passed away. That's Lord George Bridges. Okay, let me see if there's any. Ensure that the beautiful lady sit next to me during dinner and I will slip you a shilling. Okay, the beautiful lady was Miss Richardson, so I don't think Peter Badley was in on it. Remember the tale about the rich lord who married his donkey and you will feel better. Okay, so then that means his spot is down here. Because he's the oldest dude. It makes sense. So Brian, yeah, Brian Walker's is the one that's down here. So I just needed to switch that around. Ada Baker. Edmund Cloudsley wanted Rose Cubert dead, and thus Ada Baker poisoned the tonic and hid the necessary key in a bag. No. Victim of circumstance. I'm not sure. So Brian served everything as instructed. Edmund Cloudsley wanted Rose Cubert dead. Scroll is not filled in correctly. Poisoned the tonic and hid the necessary key in a bag. Okay, let me go back. Dinner party, Rose Cubert ingested the poison and died. Rose Cubert was the victim of circumstance. Rose Cubert was the victim of circumstance. Because two people drink the tonics. Edmund Cloudsley and Rose Cubert. So this was intended, I think, for Edmund Cloudsley. Brian Walker wanted Edmund no wait. Ada Baker wanted Edmund Cloudsley dead? No. Ada Baker wanted Edmund Cloudsley dead, and thus Brian Walker. No. Brian Walker wanted Edmund Cloudsley dead, and thus Ada Baker poisoned the tonic. So 2 or fewer slots are dead. Was it Lucia Smith? Okay, Ada Baker. So somebody wanted Edmund Cloudsley dead. Because Ada Baker is the one in the top right. You can't see it on the screen right now, but because Ada Baker is the one staying in the top right quarters, I think she's the one that poisoned the tonic and hid the necessary key in a bag. But did Brian Walker want them dead? I don't think so. Maybe it was Peter Badley that wanted Edmund dead. Okay. Here's what I'm thinking. Maybe it's not Ada Baker, but instead it is Brian Walker. No. Shit. Ada Baker. So maybe we just swap them around. Ada. So Ada is one of the... Ada's correct? Fuck, man. 2 or few slots are incorrect. Huh. I'm right there. Fourth from every row, dear Ada. I have to use this letter, this substance to remove target. Sincerely, Dark Hand Steward. Dark Hand Steward wanted Edmund Cloudsley dead, and thus Ada Baker poisoned the tonic and hid the necessary key in a bag. At the dinner party, Rose Kubert ingested the poison and died.
wondering where I'd use it.
Yeah, did y'all hear the bing go off in my brain? Ada Baker received encoded instructions from Darkhand Stewart to poison Edmund Cloudsley. She used her ability to move freely throughout the rooms while cleaning and made a copy of the key to the medicine cabinet. What about Vanguard Monkey Man? What about Final Bridges? She used a syringe to poison a sealed peptic tonic bottle. However, during the party, Rose asked for tonic and drank it first and died from the poison. Ain't that the damn truth? Okay. Then we have the explosive events in the forest cabin. Lock the fuck in. Here we go. Burkham Workhouse. Henchman for hire in Timberbrook region. Billy Cracker. Oakwood Gang. Brawler Robber. Please don't ban me, Twitch. Hardy Abe. Burkham Workhouse. Brawler. Has a cart. Little Billy. Hobbs Gang Burglar. Enters through chimneys. Jack Nails. Timberbrook Inn. Burglar. Picklock. Box of confectionery. And a bunch of hats. Alright. Oh, shit. Is that little Pip? Go, Coin, go! So the dog's name is Coin. Everyone, you are not to visit any village or city without my permission. At no point may you disclose the location of the cabin. Mr. David Gorin, you are in charge of all security and arms. Miss Lucia Smith, you will taste any food you cook before it is presented to me. Little Pip, you are in charge of Black Bestia and Golden Doubloon. They must be fed daily. So Golden Doubloon is that dog, because Coin. Edmund Cloudsley. This dude is super fucking dead. Oh. This man is breathing, but it appears to have lost consciousness. This is David Gorin. I do not care what means you use to acquire what I need, but remember to be discreet as always. Note that I do not want it to decay. The more recently it has died, the better. EC. One of the old workhouse geezers croaked yesterday. I'll arrange for a car to move the corpse if you send me directions. And be quick before they bury him. I do not want to dig up that stiff. 5 shillings, 3 pence, a key, and a loaded pistol. And a scarecrow in a wooden coffin. Okay. A sword, a ruby ring, a wrapped piece of confectionery, and a loaded pistol. Being blown, it's being blown back by something in this room. You don't say. Okay. So they kick the door in. A shard of a vase. The golden idol. A small weight is tied to a pulled-down lever at the back of the idol. Interesting. I finally have the location of my target. Meet us November 10th, Friday in the Timberbrook Inn and bring all your tools. You get your share as we agreed. WK. Set of lockpicks, a saw, and a loaded pistol. Bro just has a club. He has some nails on the back of his hand. A rotten apple and a green apple. Who the fuck is this guy? A bald. Wait, has Edmund Cloudsley been bald the whole time? Oh my god. Vacuum. This simply did not work. After I aimed at the sealed vessel and activated the idol, both air and vessel disappeared. Upon further consideration, it was an obvious mistake. Attempted with this input, and it was a definite improvement. It decreased the amount of air, but curiously, still did not completely create a vacuum in the sealed vessel. Gold filtering. The target must contain some gold for this to work. Seawater is a suitable target, for example. However, a great deal of seawater would be required for this to yield any significant amount. Perhaps I should try it on a ship in an open sea. First step, get gold by aiming at the target. Second step, aim at an empty vessel to retrieve it. Whoa. If the implications of this are what I surmise would be a tremendous discovery, the next step is to progress from fruit to some more advanced organic matter. I asked David to fetch me a dead body for further experiments. This is vitally urgent. So you can like restore a like something. I'm guessing that's what the what do you call it? That's what the apples are about. So there's like probably 2 rotten apples, and maybe he used one to use the idol to restore. Spontaneous combustion. You cannot combust the target if you have not performed the freezing beforehand. Interesting, the speed at which heat is increased appears to have influenced by how strongly I pressed the trigger and for how long I performed the J before it. Observation. Freezing the target rapidly can create curious side effects. For instance, I should be careful when freezing water in a sealed bottle. If it exploded, and the glass shards flew everywhere. Safety notes. Upon pulling the trigger, if the glyph input is meaningful, the idol will perform the intended action on the target it can see. If the eye is red, it is ready for J input, and it will turn blue afterwards. If the eye is blue, you can perform a .J input, and it will return red afterwards. Increased heat. Pistol loaded. Ah, by the gods, what was that? Gentleman robber strikes in Westbrook. The infamous gentleman robber Walter Keane, with a number of unnamed associates, helped up a coach on the southern road leading out of Westbrook. The scoundrel robbed the passengers of all their valuables, kissed a young lady, then left. This is already the 5th robbery by the infamous gentleman, who as is his custom, appeared wearing an impeccable suit and a new hat in the latest city style. The reward for catching Walter Keane has been increased to 100 pounds. Okay, so that's Walter Keane. At Walgreens, I asked the guy where the COVID tests were, and he wordlessly brought me to the front of the aisle that I had walked past to talk to him. Boy, the goats. Okay. Let me think here. This is Golden Doubloon. This is David Gorin. This is Lucia Smith. This is Little Pip. This is Edmund Cloudsley. He's been bald the whole damn time. This is Walter Keane. And I need to go back out to the start to look at this little roster. Has a cart, picklock. So this guy has a set of lock picks, so that's the pick lock. And then this guy just has a club. Jack Nails, and he has nails on his hands. So the dude up in the air is Jack Nails. And then the other dude... I'm gonna go Billy Cracker on this one. I'm gonna go Little Billy. 2 of the slots are incorrect. 2 or fewer slots are incorrect. Billy Cracker, Hardy Abe, Jack Nails. 2 of them are incorrect. Golden Doubloon. Is this Black Bestia? No, that's definitely Golden Doubloon. Little Billy, Walter Keane, Little Pip, Lucia Smith, David Gorin. Maybe that isn't David Gorin. Sure looks like him. No, I think that is David Gorin. Let's say that's Hardy Abe then. There we go. Okay. How would I have known that? Hardy Abe. Brawler has a cart. Okay. Maybe it was like the hat that would give it away. Alright, let me think here. Blank blank needed a blank 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 along with accomplices. Delivered a blank. Upon entering blank blank, suddenly blank blank blank. Meanwhile, blank blank blank, the amount of blank in a sealed blank. When blank blank and blank blank entered the room, the blank blank and killed them both. Vase exploded when Jack Nails and Hardy Abe entered the room. The amount of let me go back. Freezing the target rapidly can create security side effects. For instance, I should be careful when freezing water in a sealed bottle. It exploded, and the glass shards flew everywhere. So, meanwhile, Edmund Cloudsley freezed a thing that I can use. Stabbed, clubbed, decreased. Shots. Increased the amount of water in a sealed vase. Upon entering, Hardy Abe suddenly clubbed David Gorin. Edmund Cloudsley needed a corpse. Walter Keane, along with accomplices, delivered a coffin. 2 or few slots are incorrect. He doesn't have a club. Oh, the cart. You're so right. Okay, meanwhile, Edmund Cloudsley increased the amount of water in a sealed vase. Is it, like, decreased? Because let me look at his little... Okay, I can't do freezing. Maybe it's decreased. Increased. The amount of matter. Increase the amount of air. Holy dude! I just looked into that! Scroll has been fulfilled. To gain entrance to Edmund Cloudsley's secret forest cabin, gentleman robber Walter Keene pretended to deliver a corpse to Edmund for his experiments. On entering the cabin, the robbers ambushed the servants and Edmund locked himself in his study. While the robbers were sawing through the lock, Edmund prepared a trap with the idol that killed 2 of the intruders. Sick. Bing, bang, and a boom. We need to figure out all these, though. So one of them is blue is increase. I'm thinking blue is increase. Hold. We'll turn red out. If the eye is red, it is ready for and we'll turn blue afterwards. So it is already performed the input. So that means the J is increase. And then that is decrease. Heat is increased. You cannot post target if you have not performed the freezing before, and then there's freezing. Freezing is decreasing the heat. The 2 things, I think that's increased air. That is gold. This is, I think, that little line thing. Oh, it's not even a thing. I guess it's heat. Matter. Okay, we just had to swap it. Okay, so increased, decreased, gold, air, matter, and heat. Interesting. Y'all can't see any of this, but not really a great spot to put the camera, unfortunately. Okay, cool. Very cool. All right, 6 done. Who the hell are you? Then, Sir Coroner, the bandits accidentally sent off my master's laboratory chemical ingredients. What happened afterwards? I managed to fend the rest of them off. My master, Lord Edmund Cloudsley, got caught in the blast, which severely disfigured him, and soon afterwards he died. Bless his soul. I don't know about that. Laboratory. Alright, next chapter. What the fuck am I looking at? Okay, those are masks. Those better be masks. But for real lock-in? Okay. Trusting you here. The Strange Practices of a Secretive Society. Chapter 3. The Ascent. 31 hints. Or words. What the fuck? I just clicked on the bush. Mm-hmm. Tattoo depicts a hand and an eye. Loaded pistol, coil of rope, shabby formal coat, a dagger, ash blended tobacco. To David Goron for reliable service from EC. Wait, what? David, the gathering will be on March 14th. To follow our plan, we should be there at least 2 hours before midnight. The target will arrive in full costume, grab a rope, and weapons. Wait, David's working with William Keene? A hat. Clean new coat. A sword. A loaded pistol. And a number of footprints. Someone's being dragged. Maybe that's William Keene. Maybe he was going to give it to David. This music, dude. What the fuck? Brothers wear robes appropriate to their rank. We have a master, a steward, and an initiate. I remember somebody was talking like, it was like something initiate. It's like a beast something initiate. January 5th, 1789, I ventured on the Order's mission to reclaim our fire-breathing relic and with great resolve punish the despicable enemy. I, with a few brave companions, fearlessly entered his hideout in a remote hunting cabin, but the devil had prepared a treacherous trap and an explosion slaughtered my dearest friends as we entered his study. Thanks to my sturdy physique, I survived the blast, only to be assaulted by the enemy's lackey assassin, warrior David Goron, a pack of bloodthirsty hounds. After an hour of fight, I received numerous deadly wounds, in spite of which I prevailed and defeated my assailants with martial training. I discovered the enemy's dead body, slain by the trap of his own making, but no trace of the relic. I am forced to go into hiding because the government's watchmen are tracking me. Wait, Edmund Cloudsley, did he actually die? If I didn't see it, I don't believe it. Once I have recovered from my deadly wounds and shaken off the watchman, I will send you the next report. May the Griffin awaken, Walter Keene. I've already talked about the Griffin. I must apologize 1,000 times for my absence, but my road to recovery was full of peril and valor that could not be sufficiently conveyed in writing. The government dogs and spies chased me tirelessly and was forced to seek refuge in Aquitania to recover my still dire wounds. There, I finally bested my pursuers with the help of a Lazarus Hurst, a young resourceful gentleman whom I met in a remote manor one dark winter's night. Not only did he earn my trust by stepping into the fray against the villains, but he turned out to be well versed in the arcane arts. Of course, he not yet close to your skills. I have finally recovered and plan to return to Albion. I love fable. I suggest that Lazarus would be a fine addition to the Order. I vouch for him and would invite him to undergo the appropriate trial. Maybe the Griffin awaken, Walter Keene. Illuminated Masters, I object to the admittance of the individual Lazarus Hurst to our brethren. I submit that our dark-hand brother Walter Keene, who vouches for him, cannot be trusted because he is a liar and a thief. I am certain that on dispatching our enemy, he kept the golden fire-breathing relic for himself. Nothing will move me on this. He must produce the relic, apologize personally to me, and afterwards be expelled from our brother, Sir Geoffrey Sinclair. Claire. Brotherhoods wear masks appropriate to their house. Dark hands, proud beasts, water snakes. Okay. We're getting into some shit. Y'all weren't kidding. Okay. Done when an accuser has challenged a defender. Both drinkers must be barefoot. The substance is added depending on the severity of the accusation, including deadly poison. Add substance to one of the cups. Defender chooses first. Accuser chooses the remaining. Both partake in the cups. Ritual of Squabble. Only initiates can be defender and accuser. The sword must be borne by any dark hand. Required decorations of the hall. The Grim Reaper, the never-tiring teacher, the feeder of mouths. Ritual of Conflict. The accuser must deeply hate the defender. The sword must be borne by any initiate. Required decorations of the hall. The never-tiring teacher, the keeper of treasures, the mirror of the soul. Ritual of Dispute. Only stewards or higher rank can be defender and accuser. The scepter must be borne by Water Snake Master. Required decorations of the hall. The keeper of treasures, the never-tiring teacher, the Grim Reaper. Ritual of Discord. Ain't that the dang truth? The houses of the accuser and defender stand behind their brothers. The scepter must be borne by Dark Hand Master. Required decorations of the hall. The speaker of the blind, the Grim Reaper, the keeper of treasures. The Griffin has spoken. A tray with a small vial of unknown substance, a ruby ring. The Griffin has spoken. A ruby ring. The Griffin has spoken. A silver tankard with some red wine in it. A ruby ring. 2 cups on a stone altar. They contain some wine, but are almost empty. The man in the mask is not breathing. Let us await the results from the chamber below. A ceremonial sword and a ruby ring. The Griffin has spoken. A ceremonial scepter. A ruby ring. Okay. There's a sword, scepter. I'm gonna have to review all this a lot. Holy shit. I'll be back, fellas. Hello? Carrying a house. Bald but no mouth. Fish. Dressed the opposite of weather appropriate. I could never. Prepare to receive what you have earned. A ruby ring and a ruby ring. So he probably took the ruby ring from this guy. A brand with an eyeball and then a brand with a lion. February 10th, 1790. Brother, a member of our order has proposed a new candidate to join our brotherhood. Our brother's trustworthiness, however, has been challenged. Therefore, we have decided to take measures to resolve the fate of these individuals. If the brother proves himself, he can vouch for the newcomer. If the newcomer survives the appropriate trial, he will join our ranks. You are summoned to join our gathering on March 14th and fulfill your role in the rites of the Brotherhood. Council of Masters. I have signaled the Griffin who I am. I accept my fate, whatever it may be. Inception. You must endure the tests of snail, fire, water, earth. administered by Proud Beast Steward. Evaluation. You must endure the test of tree, fire, time, water, administered by Dark Hand Steward or Master. Harry, GDQ is great, dude. How are you doing? Transition. You must endure the test of star, fire, water, snail, administered by Water Snake Master. You must endure the test of permission, snail, time, water, star, administered by any master. So he is about to be branded as a Proud Beast Initiate. Holy fuck, dude. You weren't kidding. You were not kidding. All right. All right. This is a certain ritual. Okay. Part of me thinks this is the snail. Fish. Snail. What the hell? Thinking this is David Gorin. This is Walter Keane? No. This can't be Lazarus Hearst. No. Let me go back outside and say hi to him. What's up, buddy? David. This looks like it's David from EC. This looks like it's absolutely David Gorin. Unless David Hold up. The only other person that could possibly be... What brandings does the tied up guy have? So true. He is a Dark Hand Initiate. Our Dark Hand brother, Walter Keane. Wait, is that Walter? Is that Walter Keane? It says 2 or few slots are incorrect. Is it Jeffrey Sinclair? Or is it asking me what level this dude is? Because then that would be a Dark Hand initiate. Oh, okay. So it's a Dark Hand initiate. So it's asking me what the levels are then. Okay. Because I can't name everybody here. And then this. That's Jeffrey. Wait, is that actually Jeffrey Sinclair? If brother proves himself, he can vote for the newcomer. If the newcomer survives the appropriate trial, he will join our ranks. So maybe this is the dark? No. Because this can be administered by any master. Only stewards or higher rank can be defender and accuser. Scepter must be borne by a water snake master. Scepter must be worn by a water snake master. Sword must be worn by any dark hand. Waterborne master. I'm thinking then yeah, what's matches which? I'm thinking here's what I'm thinking. Green is master, steward, and then initiate, and then I'm thinking this might be... Wait, because if it's Dark Hand, so Jeffrey is a dark... Maybe is Jeffrey a Dark Hand? Maybe that's not confirmed. He's calling her a Dark Hand brother. But then See, I don't know who's out there. That's the thing. Wait, maybe this is Walter Keane, because it's an eccentric hat. That was his thing, right? Is that he would wear like these ridiculous hats. Masters, stewards, so then I'm thinking the water snake would be that. Proud Beast would be that. And then Dark Hand would be... No. You dated a girl who was in a cult, like, for real? So this one is about to become a Proud Beast initiate. Let me look at these again. I think it's either this or this. Went to one of her church meetings with her and a friend. The friend excused himself, and then within 5 seconds later, we saw him out the window sprinting away. All right, then. So then these would be stewards. Okay, so that is correct. So then these are Proud Beasts. That means the whites have to be masters. Okay. Cool. That means has to be held by a master. Ritual of Dispute. Water Snake Scepter has to be held by a Water Snake Master. That means we are doing the Ritual of Dispute. And then we have a Dark Hand Steward, Water Snake Initiate, Dark Hand Initiate, Proud Beast Master, Water Snake Master, and then a Water Snake Steward. 2 or fewer slots are incorrect. Maybe the ritual's wrong then. It's the Grim Reaper. Oh wait, I need to go back. So then we would know that this is the ritual of Inception. And then that is a Proud Beast Steward. And then this person is going to become a Proud Beast Initiate. Or maybe I know whose name, who these people are. Posing as. Okay. So that person down there is Lazarus Hurst. Okay. That is a Proud Beast Steward. So that means that the person up here who is a Dark Hand Steward It is not just the Dark Hand Steward. That is David Gorin posing as Walter Keane. No. Fuck. Okay, we'll put it back. Dark Hand Steward. So the one thing that I have wrong is what is the ritual. Scepter must be borne by a Dark Hand Master, but this is a Water Snake Master. This is the ceremonial scepter. Let me go back. Proud Beast Master, yes. Water Snake Master, yes. Water Snake Steward, yes. Dark Hand Steward, Dark Hand Initiate. I see. Dark Hand Steward and the Water Snake Steward. Those are correct, because Walter Keane was a Dark Hand Initiate. That means the only person in this room that could be David Gorin is this guy. Cool. Alright. That means let's try and fill in this all. So Walter Keane was challenged to a ritual, to a dispute ritual. He, along with, wait. Let me go back. Meanwhile, the Meanwhile, Lazarus Hurst passed the Inception ritual to become a Proud Beast Initiate. Water Snake Steward drank the other and died. Drank the other. Cup and died. Okay. David Gorin posing as Walter Keane. Signal to Dark Hand Steward with a I need to go back. Oh, this fucking thing up here. Okay, so the Ritual of Dispute has Keeper of Treasures, the Never-Ending Teacher, the Grim Reaper. Okay, what do I use here? With a tankard? No. Sword, scepter, squabble. But it also doesn't make any sense to me why the Dark Hand Steward is drinking it and not David Gorin. So, like, maybe this person was, like, stepping up for him? I need to go back. So that's David Gorin. Because there's poison, it's a yellow one. So there is poison, squabble, conflict, discord, tray, tankard, cup, sword, scepter, evaluation, transition, admission. So it's which cup? Let me look back again. So maybe he signaled with the tankard? Which one? Let's do this. Darkhand Steward was challenged to a dispute ritual. He, along with David Gorin, ambushed Walter Keane. Fuck, okay. Opposing has Darkhand Initiate. Close. I see. Okay. I see. Okay, so this is Walter Keane. This is David Gorin. But, so this dude here is not somebody that we know. This is Walter Keane. This is David Gorin. That means Darkhand Steward was challenged to a dispute ritual. He, along with David Gorin, ambushed the unnamed Darkhand Initiate. That's it. After being challenged to a ritual with potentially deadly consequences, Walter conspired with David to devise a plan which would ensure his own safety. They captured a Brotherhood member on his way to the gathering. David took his costume so that during the ritual of dispute, he could indicate to Walter which cup was poisoned. Therefore, Walter chose the safe cup and his opponent drank the poison and died. Holy crow, dude. Wow, wow, wee, wow. Was his opponent the Jeffrey guy? Maybe. Oh boy. It's funny how the Dark Hand Initiate is just some fucking guy. Yeah. We're past the halfway point. Okay. Then, do you think it would be a good idea, because I'm starting to get a little tired, we could maybe... That scenario is probably the hardest one for me in the base game. Okay, cool. Do you think we could maybe put a pin in it tonight? Resume next weekend. Also, would you recommend investing time in the DLCs as well? Like, are the DLCs, like, the same quality? This feels like a good stopping point, yeah. DLCs are of the same quality. Okay, cool. Then we might have to wait on the root trees for a while because I fucking love this game. This game's awesome. It's a good way to do it. Okay. There's a sequel?